Since it was first revealed, Arknights Endfield is shaping up to be one of the hottest new and upcoming gacha games. First announced back in 2022 as the newest game from Hypergriff, this revolutionary new sci-fi RPG is shaping up to be quite the spectacle, and I'm really excited to play it when it drops. But will it be worth it when it launches? How different is it compared to games like Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves? And is it worth it for someone who's never played a gacha game? How's it going, guys? Mike here, and today I'm excited to share my thoughts on Arknights Enfield's closed beta, which I was honored to participate in over the last several weeks. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss a video. Now, for starters, before I played this game, I was not initially a gacha gamer. I mean, I got into Genshin Impact a few years ago, but I could never continue it because, number one, I started to get bored after a while, and number two, I just didn't have the time commitment just due to my work schedule. However, as soon as I got into Endfield, I was immediately hooked. For starters, the game has a gorgeous environment and the graphics look amazing. The frame rates are very smooth, and the prologue is a spectacle to behold. Plus, you also have an amazing crafting system that basically allows you to assemble your own factory line however you want. Now let's talk about the story. The game is set on a planet called Talos 2, which is filled with catastrophes and risks. Your character is called the Administrator, who apparently was a savior to the planet some time ago, but has lost all his memory and is trying to get it back. Along the way, he'll team up with characters like Perlica, Chen Kuan Yu, as well as a whole bunch of other characters that you encounter later in the game. You also end up facing a ton of different enemies like the Agroloi, which are rock-like monsters that threaten the safety of everyone on Talos 2, as well as the Landbreakers, which operate more like a criminal gang than anything else. It kind of reminds me of the Mountain Lion gang from Zenless Zone Zero, but with way more sci-fi vibes. All in all, the game's plot and gameplay gives me serious Mass Effect vibes based off of how it's structured. One thing I really liked about the story is all the different side quests and exploration options. I mean, you need to reach a certain authority level in order to progress further, but even if you haven't, you can still explore across different areas of the game, strengthen your outposts, as well as complete side quests and grow the game's central hub world, the OMV Dijong. Speaking of the Dijong, it's a great way in order to strengthen the relationships with your characters, as well as get special items for leveling up your characters, as well as strengthening your weapons. The game has an amazing combat system, and did I mention it has a lot of anime-style elements, including ultimate attacks, special abilities, and you have some amazing character animations on the pause screen. I mean, you can really tell that the devs put a lot of time into this and really cared about not just nabbing gacha gamers, but people from other genres as well. Also, for fans of survival and crafting, you can literally assemble your own gear using a factory line that you yourself customize. You can make different materials using items like the refining unit and gearing unit, and use them to craft gear and accessories that you can use to ascend your characters to new heights. Speaking of leveling up your characters, each character has their own unique skill tree, which requires certain items that you can use to grow your characters, promote them to higher level caps. Side note, the highest level cap is 80 as of right now. And you can also use it to strengthen them in other areas, including improving damage output on stuff like special attacks and ultimates. Weapons also have their own unique level system as well, which you tune with different materials, and you can also use other weapons to strengthen them. It's kind of like the augmentation system in Bleach Brave Souls, which allow you to fuse other characters in order to strengthen level caps. Also, it wouldn't be a gacha game without a unique type of character grabbing system, in this case the Headhunt system, which allows you to spend certain currency to unlock other characters. These include amazing fighters like Yvonne, Ember, and Arclight, as well as other characters like Depan, who you encounter later in the story, but they don't necessarily join your party. Now, to be more specific, Perlica and Shen Kuan Yu end up joining at the very beginning. You also end up getting Wolfguard later down the line. But these other characters you're going to have to headhunt for if you want to unlock them. However, the weapon system is pretty good too, as it allows you to get higher tiered weapons. I had a couple 6 stars when I finished the game, and they were so worth it when I fought the final boss in the beta. Another thing I really like about this game is that it always has ways to keep you engaged with stuff like side quests, as well as rare items you can find all over the map. Now, as far as how well this game can do, I think it could potentially match up to other games like Wuthering Waves and Honkai Star Rail, especially given the progression system, all the different side quests, the amazing soundtrack, and just how much it caters to people from all kinds of different genres. Overall, I love the closed beta, and I've never been more hooked to a gacha game in my life. I really can't wait till this game comes out, and I'm definitely going to be playing it on day one of its release. Hopefully, they'll remember the server data, and even if they wipe stuff, they'll keep some kind of backup for people who played the beta so they can continue to level up their characters. Either way, I am hoping that if they don't delete it, they'll at least give us some new content that we never got in the closed beta. For example, I'd love to fight Neferith one-on-one, which was one of the main enemies in the beta, although I don't know if they're going to add it that early on, considering she looks pretty insanely powerful if she's able to empower other bosses and enemies in the game. But either way, this game is looking to be quite the hit when it releases, and I wouldn't be surprised if it got nominated for something like Best Multiplayer or Player's Voice at the Game Awards. But I want to hear your thoughts. How well do you think it's going to do at launch? Are you guys going to pick it up or even give it a try? Let me know in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe to my channel so you're up to date with all the latest gacha game news. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.